Rain outlines your fate. Know my sword! Oh, brilliant! Time to shine! Let me weave you a verse. Emerge, right now.
Through me, justice is served! You stand condemned! Your penance is due! Guilty!
Rain outlines your fate. Know my sword! Rain cutter! Right here. Emerge. Right here. Let my name echo in song! I'm always watching. Right now. Emerge, right here. Let me weave you a verse. The show begins! Time to shine! Come on out, right now. Emerge. Rain outlines your fate. Witness the power.
Futile! Your sins weigh upon your soul! You stand condemned! Luck can swing the results.
A single game, but it's bound to run out sooner or later.
Though we have never discussed this topic in great depth before, I trust you share the same opinion as I on this. The true art of war lies in deterrence, and not in fighting. Otherwise, things would become far too simple. What's this? A gesture of encouragement. Huh. You have my sincerest gratitude. While we're on the topic, long may such gestures continue. You seem to have taken a great interest in my training lately. I only hope my rate of development is to your satisfaction. Every soldier who seeks to improve must not only hone their skills, but carefully consider their tactics. Based on my prior experience in battle, weaponry and strategies that can dispose of enemies en masse are highly preferred. That is why the polearm is my weapon of choice. Though we have never discussed this topic in great depth before, I trust you share the same opinion as I on this. The true art of war lies in deterrence, and not in fighting. Otherwise, things would become far too simple. Greetings. I am Kirill Chudomirovich Flins. It is considered good etiquette to give my full name when greeting important guests. But this no doubt leaves you wondering what to call me on a day-to-day basis. Well, in the past, I was customarily addressed as Chudomirovich by most. But for simplicity's sake, you can just call me Flins. That's my surname. Let us have a modicum of patience for the richness and complexity of humanity. The wanton cruelty of the few is not worth our ire. He who wishes to peer into the abyss needs simply to wander through Nodcry on a misty night. The march of the wild hunt will be sure to drag him into the darkness. People ought not be so frightened of ghosts. They are merely talking shadows, chattering away endlessly about their past affairs. You look worried. Relax. It takes more than a little rainfall to extinguish my lamp. Listen. That, my friend, is the world's original symphony. No instrument could ever replicate the sheer power and grandeur of thunder. Each time the snow falls, that is the call of Snezhnaya, the land whence I hail. The winds awaken, the leaves whirl round, and orange snow dances in the air? So this is the fabled desert. Good morning. The sun illuminates the land as another day dawns in Nodcry. Many centuries have gone by, yet each day begins just like the last. Afternoon. I'm not personally in the habit of taking an afternoon nap, but don't let that stop you, should you feel so inclined. I prefer to be active during the night. The purpose of a lamp is to shine light into the darkness, is it not? Midnight is when I come into my own. Since you aren't ready to retire and the moon has not yet assumed its position in the sky, perhaps I could tell you some ancient stories to pass the time. Prudence, modesty, and loyalty. These are the three cardinal virtues of the Lightkeepers, and I highly approve. It is an honor to have the company of your distinguished self for this part of my journey. Night is falling. Since I can't hold a candle to you, perhaps this lamp will do the trick. Have you ever asked people in Nodcry how they ended up here? I have. Most of them didn't choose it because it's a comfortable place to live or because they dream of what their life here could be like. No, this is but a rest stop where weary travelers can find some brief respite from the snowstorm. Hardly the kind of place that makes people feel as if they belong. And so any traveler who stops in Nodcry is sure to leave once they are rested and recovered. The next stop on your journey is Snezhnaya, no doubt. The snowy plains there are simply beautiful. I wish you a safe trip. A lost civilization deep underground in Inazuma. And these shades of Tokoyo, they are the last vestiges of its erstwhile inhabitants. How intriguing. If the chance ever arises, I would certainly like to see it. Members of the Lightkeepers are under no obligation to stay, and many do in fact leave shortly after joining. Only the most determined persevere, and Itlua is one such example. It is common to admire those who display wit and cunning, but to me, determination is a far more valuable quality. I must confess that I do not deal well with machines. This, and not the age difference, is the biggest point of disparity between myself and Ayano. You shan't catch me crossing blades with Varka. There's simply no contest. No sword in the world has a sharper bite than the North Wind. Now, you might think that the allusion to one of the fiercest forces in nature's arsenal is pure hyperbole. But I tell you, he is a true knight, the likes of which are rarely seen in this day and age. If I ever have the chance to spar with him, it will be a sure sign that I'm going up in the world. Nefer's intuition is as sharp as a knife, and that is a knife that no one wishes to contend with. Fortunately, I don't make a habit of prying into other people's backgrounds. I can only hope she doesn't either. Yehoda always seems to show up where you would least expect. One day you'll find her by a scrap pile at the Krumkake craft shop. Another you'll see her out on the balcony of some wealthy family's house in Nasha Town. She is rapidly learning the philosophy of survival, her teacher being the land of Nodcry itself. Although Nodcry is technically a part of Snezhnaya, you won't hear us habitually refer to Her Majesty, the Tsaritsa. Who's us? The Lightkeepers, of course. Who else? I am but a humble ratnik. You already know my name. You've seen where I'm stationed. What more is there to know? Were you hoping to hear some kind of sensational, untold tale of my life? I'm afraid that no such tale exists. There is nothing noteworthy to report about my experience as a ratnik. Simply put, I hold my lamp tight, day and night, ready to face the wild hunt whenever it should strike. As you have witnessed, no corner of Nodcry is safe from the wild hunt. Some may have the arms and skills with which to defend themselves, but even then, not all wild hunts are made equal. Sometimes for reasons that defy comprehension, horde after horde of monsters will appear with no end in sight, and you simply cannot escape by fighting them off. I have found myself in this predicament a number of times. I am acutely aware that you are a more skilled fighter than most, but the wild hunt is a complex and formidable foe, and I urge you not to underestimate it. If you ever find yourself in its presence, you must immediately inform the nearest Lightkeeper, or by all means come to me. Do you have any interest in old coins or ancient gemstones? Not only are they valuable items, but the marks and scratches they accumulate over the years add a certain character, which I find makes them all the more charming, much like a well-aged wine. A colleague of mine in Pyramida City often writes to me, expressing his concern for my well-being. He's a kind old man, and I know he means well, but it's perfectly cozy where I live already, and I am in no need of home improvement suggestions, and I certainly don't need him to get me a cat or a dog. Have you ever seen water boiling under an open flame? No. What a pity. There's a kind of liquor in Snezhnaya called firewater, and when you light it, the flame burns on the surface of the liquid. Goes down quite smoothly, too. It'll warm you up from the very depths of your soul. Maybe I'll get to treat you to a firewater one day. Given that we are close acquaintances by this point, would you mind if I shared a minor grievance with you? The truth is that, given my unique situation, foods greatly relished by other people, I personally find to be rather dull. But to be clear, I still immensely enjoy the time we spend together at the dinner table. Unsurprisingly, that was exceptional. Yes, delightful. In the interests of our continued friendship, I would prefer to keep my thoughts to myself. Those who love you will celebrate your arrival in this world by preparing a feast, singing songs, and offering blessings. When you pass away, those who miss you will grieve by holding a funeral and lighting lanterns. In life and in death, there will always be those who are moved by your existence. So take the chance, while your soul is full of life, to come together with your loved ones and be happy. You deserve it. Excuse me. You want me to be your birthday candle? Observe. Close your eyes. Be silent. Do you fear the dark? Night falls. To dust. The night cometh. Beware the creatures of the night. The long sleep beckons. Perhaps these treasures might be of utility to you on your journey. Please, I insist. Goodness, how the world has changed. Might I ask, when did the custom of placing treasure chests in every nook and cranny come into fashion? Not to be sniffed at. It's a grave situation. I'm rather out of sorts. You'll sorely regret that. Do not fret. Please, allow me. See you at the graveyard. Burn no more. I will return as an avalanche. Keep your distance. Steady now. Are you quite finished? Happy to oblige. A pleasure to fight by your side. Allow me to guide the way.